Hello, I am Abhishek from Kochi. After seeing some of the unusual areas in Mysuru and in the neighborhood that many visitors generally give a miss, I was back to the usual beaten track in Mysuru. Today I went to Chamundi Hills, but to have a novelty, while the going was by the city bus, I decided to explore a little of the reserved forest around the hills by opting to trek while coming down. The distance would be 5 kilometers through the jungle track. Chamundi Hills and the temple is around 12 kilometers away from the city bus stand, and it takes hardly 25 minutes to reach the top by a bus. Once the bus starts the climb, the views of the Mysuru city could be seen on the left side. But as one sit immersed in watching those beautiful sights, the bus would have reached half the distance to the top. Nandi Temple is the place. There I noticed something strange. Traffic policemen were not allowing any private vehicles forward because of the huge crowd already there in the constricted area. I was already briefed about such a situation. The month Ashada was very special for Devi worship in Chamundi Hills, I was told. Within the 15 minutes, the bus inched towards the top and came to a creaking halt in the bus stand. Well before the passengers from the bus tried to get down, the rush to get inside the bus was seen. Somehow I got out of the bus and started following other devotees. The temple and its gopuram appeared huge and majestic from a distance. The serpentine queue outside the temple was mind boggling. I was sure getting inside the temple would take not less than 3 to 4 hours. Since I did not have much time left, I offered my prayers from the distance, as I was sure that the all knowing Devi would take notice of my arrival and devotion. Turning towards the south, I walked to the back of the temple compound. The layered steps there, like a gallery, was interesting. Quickly climbing them, I went and sat on the topmost step that have a beautiful view of the valley of the western side of Mysuru. I found that the place was the favorite place for most of the non-Hindus reaching the hilltop. I found a lot of people from Northeast, Middle East, etc. there. After spending some time there, I took the route to the trekking from the hilltop. The trekking down through the well paved concrete path appeared nice till I saw the stone steps. I was told that there were around 1000 steps in the whole trekking. None of the stones were properly chiseled or leveled, that surely made it slippery, especially when going down from the hills. I found that all the steps were having lot of kumkum or vermilion powder smeared by the side of it by devotees as they trek the hills. Bending low to apply the powder and walking up must surely be a difficult task, I felt. I noticed both male and female devotees are carrying out the ritual with lot of devotion. In the next 5 minutes, I started noticing thick tropical forest type of vegetation on either side. I was told that the reserved forest was home to leopards, etc. Wherever the forest had opening by the downside, it offered a huge and beautiful view of the city of Mysuru. Most of the landmarks of Mysuru, like Mysuru Racecourse, with its beautiful lawns, Mysuru Palace, Kukkarahalli Lake, etc., could be seen from there. Soon the huge, well decorated Nandi, chiseled out of a single granite stone, was also seen. I was informed that Nandi was installed by the Maharaja Doddaraja Odayar, who also commissioned the trekking path. The Nandi was the halfway mark of the trekking, and with it the going down or climbing up turns very sharp and difficult. The area was full of traders selling novelty, sugarcane juice, tea, coffee, etc. The climb down after Nandi proved to be very tricky but enjoyable. But from the faces of the devotees on the way to the top, I noticed that the trekking was far from it. All of them appeared to be tired and panting for breath. Suddenly, I noticed a young man climbing down furiously by my side with rhythmic steps. He was in tracksuit. The speed with which he whizzed past me surprised me a lot. Later, I was told that there were hundreds of people who regularly do the trekking every day as part of physical exercises. Looking at the tired looks of the devotees on the way to the top, I wondered about the high level of physical stamina of those regular trekkers. There were no shortcuts for physical health except toiling on a regular basis, I felt. Within the next few minutes, I almost reached the ground where a lot of dilapidated buildings were noted. I was told that they were the places where, in the ancient times, devotees used to camp on their way to the top. The whole trekking down, that might have taken around half an hour for me, turned out to be another memorable thing. As I walked back to the bus stand, I found an ashram with a board Suttur Mutt. I was unable to explore due to time constraint, but I was told that it was the branch office of the mighty Suturmat that runs over 1000 institutions in Karnataka and other parts of the world. Head of the institutions, a Swami was considered as the supreme head of the compact community called Lingayats of Karnataka. It was 7 o'clock when I finally reached the city, the right time for watching the Sunday evening lighting decoration of the huge Mysuru palace. Entering the ground through the beautifully decorated Southern Gate, I soon found myself in an ocean of human beings jostling for a place to view the wonderfully decorated palace. There was no shortage of visitors from overseas either. With the mobile becoming so common, all were vying with each other to capture the moments of the wonderful spectacle unraveled in front, with the police band playing soft marching rhythms in the background.